Welcome back to the Benchwarmers. It's your host, Jacob Matherne, and your co-host, Gabe Caraway. New background today. I just kind of did something new. My roommate's home, so might as well. But even better, I'm on a bench. Bang! Benchwarmers.
Yeah.
But I had to make a quick little plug of that. Nice little bench outside. Do you have any stories you want to talk about the past week? I have a good one for after. I have a nice little life update.
It's
been a while.
Man.
It
was a calm break.
Sorry we haven't. I can't really say much. Like I said, we haven't been recording much, but it's just because of the fact of scheduling. This helps. This does not help. I work 3 jobs at the moment, and so I went through the gauntlet of all 3 in past, say, 24 hours. No, about 48 hours. I had to work all 3 jobs. But I did get a bartender Snapchat at the wedding I worked. I would not be snapping her nor texting her. No. But we move on. But we're just going to go straight to this because we got a very long list. What happened this past week mainly is a lot with the NFL, which we're going to start. Coming up, NFL's off season. So around this time, you see a lot of trades. People want to be traded, a lot of trades, contract re-signing, and up till Wednesday about 3 p.m. when free agency starts. And so to start off the big trades we have here, I'm just going to list them down and then we'll talk about them. Commanders traded for Deebo. Bears traded for Rams offensive tackle Jonah Jackson. Bears traded for Chiefs guard Joe Thuney. Texans traded for Christian Kirk. And then Raiders traded for Geno Smith. I'm going to first start with the Bears here. Start a little Bears action. Bears don't get a lot of credit because they don't really deserve the credit.
We're not talking about the Bears a lot. Yeah. I gotta be honest.
And we're gonna give some credit on this one. Joe Thuney, All-Pro left guard, right guard. Granted, got cooked in the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie with you on this one.
Everybody else did too.
I mean, but
besides Creed,
I called that one from the beginning. But he's gonna help. He's gonna help the offensive line so much. There's no way about it. Jonah Jackson is another good tackle in my eyes. Fringe All-Pro, fringe top 10. And if you saw our Instagram post, we did a top 10 off tackle. He wasn't on it, but he's always been an honorable mention for how many years he's been playing in the league.
And played guard too. So he's hard to. Yeah. He played a lot of positions.
I do agree. Yes, I do remember. I remember. Oh yeah. I remember. I'm trading him for like in a Madden franchise one time, and he sucked, and then I traded him away. But that's whatever. But Bears get things to add on to Caleb Williams. You want anything to say about it, Gabe?
I thought there were 2 good moves to improve. Got to do what you got to do when you have Caleb Williams. Got to do whatever you can to improve. Good to see they're looking out for him. Justin Fields is somewhere shaking his fist because they never tried to help him this much. Not even close. Although they did get, I suppose, Justin Fields. A lot of that was his fault. Let's not act like he was his perfect quarterback, but the Bears are really trying this time. Their next young quarterback that they drafted to help him out. I was kind of expecting Jonah Jackson was going to be a Titan, but, we're just sitting on our hands, not really sure what we're doing. It's going to be a long year. Just stress level high, especially if you're a Bears fan too. These aren't they're not like a championship caliber team because of these 2 moves. There's still a lot of holes and a lot of improvement that Caleb Williams needs to do, but good moves by the Bears. Rams, I don't know what we're doing. O-line was already bad. Chiefs, I don't know what we're doing. O-line was already bad. It gets worse. At least they brought back Trey Smith, I guess, but now you have to find another starting guard / tackle. Not ideal for those 2 teams that traded away.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But we'll also this trade doesn't make sense. I'm gonna move down. I want to talk about this last, but it's just too good not to make a thing on. It's Seahawks with trading Geno Smith to the Raiders just for a simple 3rd round pick. Granted, this can be used on a lot of things, such as another quarterback in the draft, but those aren't really good quarterbacks in the draft. To be honest with you, if you want to be completely honest. And so you're kind of just hoping Geno Smith does something. But Seahawks, Drew Lock till I die, I guess.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell till I die.
Sam Howell. We don't like Sam Howell around here.
I don't want to watch that again.
No, we don't like Sam
Howell. But whatever. But for Raiders, it's not like a piece that will really move them to like a deep playoff run. But it's a piece that will move them to the playoffs for sure. I think this Raiders roster is really underrated. Their defense is really good, and the offense was a quarterback and a running back. I think a quarterback and running back away from being capable
receiver.
I think the receivers.
They don't have a one. They don't have a one.
That's true. If Jacoby Meyer, of course you have Brock Bowers. I like Trey Tucker, but you need a running back in that offense. And
Amir Abdullah.
I'm gonna keep on talking here.
Amir Abdullah.
There's so many good running backs in this draft. So
they got one.
And then there's the chance they probably have a good chance to take Ashton Jeanty, number 7, number 6, just because now they made this move. Or they go for Ted McMillan, depends who's there. Both moves are perfect in my eyes for that offense. And then you work on the cornerbacks for defense, and then I think you have a pretty capable offense right there, capable team in general. But Seahawks. Let's talk about what Seahawks been through the past few days. DK Metcalf wants to trade. They released Tyler Lockett. They trade Geno Smith. Granted, you still got K9, you still got Zach Charbonnet, you still got Jason, but you got a not so good offensive line, which really has never been good. I don't really remember the offensive line being a Seahawks offensive line being decent. Because I know Russ Wilson is always running around 40,000 yards in the backfield before he makes a throw. And then the defensive line for the Seahawks is pretty good. The defense as a whole, it's their saving grace at this point. It's the only reason why they make a living. But for the most part, it's just something you have to get over. You have anything else you want to add on this? I have a small point for the next one. Then we'll go to the Deebo.
I like Geno, and I think his numbers weren't as good last year as they were 2 years ago. You could definitely say that. But the situation around him, I think, was much worse. Overall, O-line was really bad, which means your running game is pretty bad. We saw that with Kenneth Walker. Now, Kenneth Walker also has injury issues. Kind of don't like to talk about that, but I will. Even as a big Ken fan, kind of called this Madden, but it's whatever. That was something light back in the day. It's what I do.
To be fair,
I did call
Hufanga because I said like the 6th round when we were drafting. I said, you know what? He has a nice.
You had him as a meme. You weren't taking him seriously.
But then he started for me, and then he was pretty good.
Whatever.
That and Geno Stone. I called a Geno Stone having a breakout year.
He's average. What are we talking about?
You don't know.
He's an average safety. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he broke out. He's my dog. Those who know. Anything else you want to add on this Geno
Smith? I like the move for the Raiders. I like Geno. I don't like the move for the Seahawks. Now the thing is, Geno apparently wants like $40 million.
Oh,
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't pay him that.
that.
A report, I believe this morning I saw, said the Seahawks offered him a deal, but he turned it down. And it was in the price range he was looking for. He turned it down, and I think right after that he didn't even have a counter offer. He just requested a trade. Boy, that is loud. Boy, that is loud. It's okay. We will power through it. So Geno just wanted out of Seattle. I mean, that's pretty clear. If that's the money he's looking for, and they gave it to him, if the report's true, just didn't want to be there. I don't blame him. Seahawks, I don't know what they're doing. I guess it's time for a rebuild. You have one receiver, a running back you can't run with. Not a whole lot to build off of.
They got two.
Well, your O-line's bad, so it doesn't matter.
True.
That is really loud.
I'm gonna go in and out here.
Okay.
Because this stupid thing. But I'm just gonna touch up on the Christian Kirk to the Texans. As y'all know, Christian Kirk got a massive bag for like no reason. 2 off seasons ago from the Cardinals. So. This is what kind of killed the market because you paid a slot wide receiver 1 money. And so, but Texans, great trade. I personally like Christian Kirk. I always have. And you go for a 7th round pick, W trade. You get a slot wide receiver to replace Tank Dell just for this season, and boom, bam, done. They're cooked. And then add, of course, Nico Collins and all these good things that's up with Texans, and you have a capable team. Hopefully they just prove on the offensive line this offseason because they need to. And so far, so good. I don't know if you had much put on it, but I'm excited to get this Deebo talk, that's for sure.
Christian Kirk wasn't really that good last year, if we're being honest. But no one on the Jags was, minus like Brian Thomas and Evan Ingram, who's pretty decent. Even he missed games, and they decided, no, we don't want Evan Ingram anymore. We'd rather have no weapons at all for a quarterback. That's what the Jaguars said, which I think is funny, and I'm okay with that because they're in our division. I mean, they'll never be good. Let's be real. If they couldn't do it with Trevor Lawrence, I don't know why anyone should ever be scared of the Jaguars. But Christian Kirk, as your... Well, dang it, I guess he's your second receiver next year, unless you bring back Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell, I believe, is having some sort of surgery. Could be out all of next year, or at least most of it. So you're hoping that Christian Kirk is your wide receiver 2 next year. Not the worst thing in the world, but he has to improve on what he showed last year when he was out on the field for the Jags. Not a whole lot to analyze besides that.
Yeah. I like Christian Kirk. I mean, it's not. I mean, he's. I think I always liked him since his days back in college, and I liked him a little bit on that final year of his contract with Cardinals. But it's something for the Texans had a move Texas needed to make. They see a cheap traded wide receiver, and they took really a cheap wide receiver in this kind of market, to be honest with you. But so I think it's a good trade. And now what I think is a really good trade is this Deebo to Commanders. So Deebo, to say Deebo had a off year last year is really an understatement. The only thing that he did good was getting yards after the catch, which he was second in. But after that, you're kind of not really building a lot on him. He can't route run really well. He kind of not really fast. He's just this big body receiver, but the Commanders need that. You got Terry McLaurin. Technically, you got De'Ami Brown. They just brought back Zach Ertz for another year, and so bringing Deebo in this offense will just improve and have another target. Now, could this end up being a Celtic Shaq move? Probably. Depends how Deebo is. I don't know like what his health is like or what anything is like. It's just up to him to play, really. So, you have anything you want to add on it as well?
Yeah, I'll step in a little bit as Jacob checks his phone. Hopefully,
you keep talking.
Deebo, we like the guy. We like the guy. We like Deebo. We don't like the past 2 years. We don't like the past 2 years of Deebo. Really inconsistent, injured. He only had 806 all-purpose yards last season. Not ideal for the price tag. Now he had granted permission to seek a trade back in February. So this came together relatively quickly. We sort of knew his time was up. We weren't really surprised that this had happened. Now the Commanders, some other teams going for him. I think Commanders, a good move for them. Good move for, putting some pieces around Jaden Daniels. It's just about if, is Deebo going to be the Deebo that we saw, 2 or 3 years ago? That's kind of the question at this point. He's in a final year of his contract, $71.5 million that he signed, I guess a couple years ago. I can't remember quite when. It's $15 million against the cap for the Commanders, but they still have a lot to work with, money wise, because they still have a lot of holes they need to fix. I'd really like to see them pick up another safety. Also, O-line help wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him. But I'll give the Commanders B- for this move because we don't really know what he's going to be.
I agree with that. But he could be something, especially with Jaden Daniels as the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's getting hot out here. Yeah, we're going to move on here to all the gosh, there's a lot of extensions and re-signs. All right, how do we want to play this? Do we just go over the major ones?
Just read through. We'll read through them all, but we're only going to stop on the important ones, I think.
Yeah. So, okay, let me read this with the clear on my phone. All right, Cowboys re-sign Osa Adejiziwa to 4 years, $80 million deal. Eagles give Saquon 2 years, $41.2 million extension, which, of course, makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. Deserved. T. Higgins get a $26.2 million franchise tag. Stafford gets an extension from the Rams. Bobby Wagner resigns for 1 year, $9.5 million. Levante David signs for 1 year, $10 million with Bucks. Bills extend Khalil Shakir, Terrell Bernard, Greg Russo. Thank you. Max Crosby gets an extension. Zach Bond gets it, resigns. Mike Gesicki extends. Mike Hollywood Brown resigns. Ronnie Stanley resigns with the Ravens. Myles Garrett resigns with the Browns for this was this morning. 4 year, $160 million contract with 123 guaranteed and no trade clause. Whew.
Yeah, there's a couple to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Saquon. I want to start with Saquon real quick. Just 1 point proven for all NFL, anybody really, all NFL running backs. You play like how you want to get paid. Saquon played like the best running back. Like he was trying to be the best running back in NFL history. And he got paid like it. He was played the best in the league. He was probably the best player, probably the most valuable player in the league last year. And he got paid for it. It's like Chris McCaffrey. I just realized it's far away. Chris McCaffrey, getting signed, getting paid all that money to re-sign with the 49ers. I mean, it's a recipe for success. And Saquon's proving that you need a capable running back to make a big splash into a deep playoff run or a Super Bowl. Thank God.
What?
The thing finally turned off.
Okay. It wasn't that bad. It's only when it kicks on. It was really bad.
I'll let you go. Whoever you want.
Yeah, Saquon. I don't think there's much to cover there. I think we went over it. Good deal. No brainer. Not really the market, the running back market. That's important. It was on a decline. Didn't look good for running backs, especially if you're the ones coming out in this draft. But I mean, to see a year like this where 2 free agent running backs are 2 of the top 10 best players.
Just got quiet.
We just got to power through it.
All
right. Derrick Henry also was the other free agent running back last offseason. Of course, he had a great year. He's only get paid, I don't know, like $8 million a year, I think, or something like that. So, does this affect his contract status with the Ravens? I don't know. I think an extension's a little more wary if you're the Ravens because he's a little older. He's 30 or maybe 31 now. Can't remember. But the running back market gets a W for this move. Resetting it, showing that running backs do still have value and they can lead your team to a Super Bowl victory. And having the best defense also helps in that department. T. Higgins, I think, is the next one we should stop on. Here we go again, another franchise tag.
Yay.
Back-to-back years. I think it was his mom maybe or something on social media was like disrespectful, and I was like, yeah, well, he's gonna be a Titan, so it doesn't matter. The franchise tag doesn't matter. He can get a new contract with us, and then probably miss half the year with injuries. Because you got to be honest, that's T. Higgins. He's missing games. It's has been a problem. He's not missing, he's not playing 2 games a year or anything crazy, but he does miss some games. And then the Bengals, they just don't. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. They're losing their minds. They don't know how to do. The front office guys don't know how to front office. It's really embarrassing. And this, I don't think this necessarily takes him off the table as a trade target for a lot of teams. I think they're still going to look to reach out to the Bengals and see what they can do. But now, as we'll talk about a little later, Bengals might have some other cap being off the books if they make some trades that people have requested from them. I don't know if you have anything you want to add to T.
Not really much. It's just T. Higgins being T. Higgins. Good wide receiver 2, not a good wide receiver 1. And so I'll let you pick the next topic you want to talk about here.
I think Bobby and Levante David, 2 old guys still getting it done. We kind of understand. Those are kind of good deals for the teams. They're coming up on the end of their careers. Nice to see them stay. The Bills, they had 3 guys getting extended. Shakir for 4 years, Bernard for 4 years, Rousseau for 4 years. All great moves by them. Price tag on Khalil Shakir, a little bit interesting, but I don't know.
He led the league last year in yards per catch, or yards after
60,
catch.
I don't know, 60's crazy, but
that's true.
It's spread out. 30 of it is guaranteed, though. Now, Terrell Bernard also deserved. All 3 of these guys deserved it. Terrell Bernard, up-and-coming linebacker, was really good for them last year. Their linebacker core, I remember we 100% made like at least 12 jokes about the Bills' linebacking core at the start of last season. Now, again, Matt Milano was out, so I think we were a little bit justified, but they had guys stepping up all across their defense. Christian Benford, another guy that stepped up. Didn't get a contract or anything. I'm just, these are people that most people didn't know about until this last season. Now, Greg Rousseau, a lot of people know about. Madden trade target legend. For me personally, I always get him. He always develops X factor for no reason at all. Great moves by them. If you want to add anything,
they got it done. They kept the core together. Of course, Max Crosby needed extension. He got it. Rams with Stafford got an extension done. Zach Bond got re-signed. It's all these small moves are going to keep the team together. Bengals extended Mike Gesicki after I think he had a pretty good year. Chiefs re-signed Hollywood, which I mean, you barely got anything out of him last year. You want to try to run it back again, I guess.
11 mil. Crazy.
Ravens re-signed Ronnie Stanley. Good move. Great move.
He's going to be a Titan.
Fantastic move. This is the last one we'll talk about. Is Browns re-signing Myles Garrett. This makes him the highest paid non-quarterback player in the league, if I read that right. In history, 4-year, $160 million contract. This is NBA money, kind of, for a role player. With 123 guaranteed, and then no trade clause. Which I mean,
Michael Porter just hit all backboard. Sorry, had to laugh.
Oh gosh, awful player. Kudu legend, awful player.
You got a tattoo sleeve now too. I didn't know that happened.
Oh Lord. But yeah, Myles Garrett. I mean, personally, I would have resigned this for Myles Garrett just because you want to get out of Cleveland. But for Cleveland, way to get it done. Y'all did something good for once. Ever since that playoff run, and I don't know if you want to add anything else on it. I mean, it was well deserved in my eyes.
Yeah, it was well deserved. A bit confusing because it sounded like he didn't even want to meet with the owner, or the owner didn't want to meet with him. One or the other. I think it was the owner that didn't want to meet with him. Jimmy Haslam's kind of a nut job, for being honest.
Yeah.
To just go from this to I'm just sitting here chilling. I think I cracked open a Sprite or something, and I look over on my phone and see that. I'm like, all right.
Didn't
see that coming.
I just got back from the donut shop. I made some breakfast this morning at the diner down the road, and I see that. I'm like, oh, word. I just went on throughout my day. I mean, whatever.
He could have been a Titan, but so could everybody, man. So could everybody. Let's be honest here.
And you know who's not gonna be a Titan anymore? I'm sorry. I'm ready for this. This is a perfect trade. You know who's not gonna be a Titan anymore? Harold Landry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to go back into the. Now we're going into the release and trades. Do the same thing again. All right. So we're gonna go down the list, and of course we'll tell you everything. Jets release.
Well, hold on. No. Let's just start with that one.
Right? You want to start with that one? Yeah. I'll start with that one.
Because we already mentioned it. Now this is going to be a mini Titans rant segment. Not really.
Yeah, I'll let you have fun.
I'm planning to do before the draft. I want to do like Jacob. I'm talking about a 45-minute Titans rant right before the draft. It's going to be bad. It might just be a solo episode, honestly. I think that's best. Honestly,
all that.
It's going to be bad. But for this, look, Harold Landry, he's a good edge rusher, right? But the truth is, he was ranked last in pass rush win rate last year by PFF. That's the point. This is the point here. All right. Titans legend for sure. 6th all time in sacks for Titans/Oilers history. But 28 years old, not the same guy post ACL tear 2 years ago. Man, he was. Sounded like a Decepticon. I don't know.
That was over there. That was right there. That was over yonder. Or the other one.
That was. Post ACL tear 2 years ago. Man, I remember it was training camp or whenever. Looking down on my phone that morning. I think I was going to school or something like that. And I was like, tore his ACL. Still was good the past 2 years, but he wasn't. He wasn't dominant. He's not a one-on-one pass rusher. He's not going to win many reps one-on-one. He's a cleanup guy. He's going to come in there. If the rest of your defense is pretty good, he can come in there and get some sacks. That's pretty much what he does. He has 31.5 sacks over the past 3 years that he played. Of course, he missed the daily year, which everyone knows. When that phrase is said, you know exactly what year I'm talking about. So the last 3 years he played 31.5 sacks. So pretty good. I think he's going to be a fine pickup for a team that already has a good front seven, to be a cog in that wheel, but he's not going to be. He's not. I wouldn't give him top edge rusher money like he's a number one edge rusher on your team. I think he should be a number two option edge rusher, if we're being honest. That's kind of who he is. I mean, let's be real. I'm tired of playing around and acting like this was some big mistake by us letting him go, especially with this cap hit. I'm gonna miss him. Gonna miss him. Titans legend for sure. But let's calm down.
I liked him. Kind of sucks to see him go, but it has to be done. But going to the rest of these release/trades. Jets released Davante Adams. Eagles released Darius Slay. Seahawks released Tyler Lockett, Draymond Jones, Ray Robinson Harris, Rayshawn Jenkins, and then Madden tight end legend Jordan Fant. DK requests a trade. Seahawks really wanted a first and a third. That's down to a second. Chargers released Joey Bosa. Jags released Evan Ingram. Commanders released Jonathan Allen. Bills released Von Miller. Browns released Nick Chubb. Allow Nick Chubb to test for agency. Bengals allow Trey Hendrickson to seek trade. Please. Sam Hubbard was released by the Bengals, but then unfortunately retired. Remember the silence for that real quick?
He was under.
I will still remember him absolutely blocking Tyler Huntley at the goal line and running back for a touchdown. Dude, that was such an elite great moment. It was like met him at the rim. A lot of these I kind of saw coming. I kind of saw Jets releasing Davante Adams when they allowed Aaron Rodgers to walk. I kind of saw Eagles releasing Darius Slay. He owes a lot of money. He's not that good of a cornerback anymore. He still make his big play, but you have you have Jackie Robinson. You have
Quinyon Mitchell.
Thank you. I could not think of his name. And you just need that other cornerback, and unfortunately, Darius Slay couldn't fit that role. Now, Seahawks. I understand Draymond Jones, Ray Robinson Harris, Rayshawn Jenkins. I'll talk about George Fant in just a second. Tyler Lockett is a cheap wide receiver that's washed, but yet could still play the slot. Granted, I think that's where they're put Jace in next year, but that's just up to them. But I want to talk about George Fant. So, funny story about George Fant. When I first realized this guy was a person in a world and somewhere, I was playing Madden. I was playing the Jets and Madden 20, 21. And I was rebuilding the Jets because they were awful. And I just happened to see a tackle. 68 overall. I'm like, gosh, this guy's buns.
That is a crazy name. Oh my god.
And I go over depth chart. And I go to tight ends just to see what the tight ends backup is. And I see George Fant, 82 overall tight end. And I'm thinking, now, how in the hell does this happen? He has 78 speed in Madden.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, oh. So I switched up tight end, and then he came in a all-pro tight end.
78's not even that good, though.
It's not, but it's W move. But yeah, that's my little rant on George Fant. He sucks. Don't get me wrong. He's buns. Move out the way.
He's bad.
DK Metcalf. I kind of saw this. I'm like, oh, okay. DK's not that good of a wide receiver. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's overrated. Very overrated. His big strengths that he needed to capitalize on is his contested catch, and he only caught 35.6% of those contested catches last year. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's no good for being 6'3", 6'4", 240, and being an absolute menace to society. And you cannot catch a deep ball or a jump ball. Yeah, go kill yourself. I don't want you. You're not a saint. He's a saint. We definitely have the first and third to ask for. We definitely do not. And
Cat space.
You have anything you want to add from there? Cat space doesn't exist.
Yeah, I was doing some research and I came across something funny, so I'm just gonna send it to you. You can just laugh on your own time while I'm talking here. Seahawks, man, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing as the Seahawks. I guess it's time for a rebuild, but it's kind of weird because the past few years, it doesn't really seem like they were heading in that direction. But maybe they needed to after Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. But Geno and the rest of their team just, developed pretty well. They drafted well. So they were kind of in limbo. They were really in between being a contender and just kind of this team that gets random wins for no reason, but never does anything. And now I think it's full. I mean, just full. Everything,
they blew it up.
Ceiling is been destroyed, caved in. Not a whole lot to get excited about when you look at like production next year. They have good individual players on their team in spots. I mean, you have a really strong defense in places. Offensively, you really don't have a lot to work with next year if you want to, contend in your division, which is going to be tough. We assume next year with, it was kind of a mess last year, but we expect the teams to bounce back next year. I don't see the Seahawks contending.
No.
No. I mean, they should be one of the worst teams unless they just make the most crazy moves after this episode drops. I do think they need to at least to look at a late round QB, probably. That would be something I would, and we'll kind of talk about later. It does seem like they do have a plan of some sort to go after a certain free agent quarterback. We'll talk about that a little later. But anyway, DK,
you can move on.
Wants $30 million per year, and apparently wants a warm climate. That's part of his wants as a team. So that's interesting.
That's a saint.
I'm calling Charger.
As a saint. I've never heard of one.
He's not a saint, bro.
He's a saint.
You're playing a dome.
I don't care. It's warm climate.
It's not. It's not warm. He wants to play.
He's from Mississippi. He might as well.
Yeah, well, that's why there's no teams in Mississippi, man.
There's no teams in Mississippi because there's no good spot to put teams in Mississippi. They're going to put them in Jackson.
No. Hattiesburg. Gulfport.
Biloxi. Hey, Biloxi.
Hey. I mean.
No, there's
DK. I think he's a Charger. I think he's a Charger.
Yeah, I think he's a Charger. Do you want to touch on anything else? There's a lot of these things I kind of really saw coming. Besides really Trey Hendrickson, because obviously he led the league in sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken, or was at least
tied
3. Yeah. Gosh, he's a saint. Again, part 2, I guess.
The Chargers released Joey Bosa. Talking about Chargers, he was the final San Diego Charger, man.
That's such sad to see.
Unless, if they re-sign Denzel Perryman, then they'll still have a San Diego Charger. But I doubt it. Denzel Perryman's like 5. He's like a 5'9" middle linebacker. Like, it's really bad.
It's pretty buns. But a good move for
I miss San Diego, man.
Joey Bosa had a massive contract too, so they needed to get that off. It freed like $20 million cap space. Broncos go sign Evan Ingram. You need them. I'm actually.
He's a Titan. He's a Titan.
I'm actually very curious if what as a team I've really seen him going to is the Broncos, just because Sean Payton can turn tight ends into really anybody. So that's my curious. Anything else you want to add on anything going on?
No, I think we got the big ones. The other ones are just kind of
we
saw coming.
All right, and then so big other news. To go into the draft right here. Mr. Abdul Carter has a stretch.
This was 2 weeks ago when I put this on here.
Yeah, it is a stretch reaction in his right foot. He was not. He didn't work out at the combine, and he probably will not work out at the pro day. It's just up to Abdul Carter if he will or not. And then this is kind of rumored that Seahawks will pursue a multi-year deal with Sam Darnold. Okay, whatever.
He's going to get exposed.
I really don't think he's that good.
It's a terrible situation.
But to jump out to some NBA right here, this is my favorite one. Paul George is stepped away from the podcast. He don't like it. He run from the grind to focus on Sixers title run.
What title run is my question. The same title run the Pelicans have going on right now.
Give me a second. I'm looking for something. Give me a second.
Or the Jazz.
I'm looking for the title run. Can you see it? Is it behind the letters? Do I need to go behind the letters?
Yeah, it's behind the letters.
It's behind the letters.
Yeah, it's behind the letters.
Not here either.
Dang. I thought I saw it.
I thought I did too.
I know where they are.
There is no title run, especially for 76ers.
Embiid's out for the year. I mean, let's get real, guys. Come on.
Yeah, they're cooked. They're cooked.
It's over.
They don't have their first round pick unless they get like a top 3. They get top 3 lottery. That goes to the Thunder.
That could happen.
No, hear me. No, that goes to the Thunder. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? If they don't get a 3rd round pick, that pick goes to the Thunder.
The Thunder are gonna trade it for somebody. They're gonna work up something for some KD or something. They're gonna do something crazy.
Probably. But the real news of the day, Naz Reid. Reid expected to opt out of his $15 million option and hit free agency. Pelican. That's a Pelican through and through. If not, as it is a Laker. I don't really know. It's a Pelican in my eyes. I cannot see it any other way. Come home to LSU. Come home to Louisiana. I know you love to hear LSU. Let's go run it back. We need a center. Just saying, we need a center.
He's not a center. Come on.
Fine.
He's a power forward.
Fine, we'll put him at power forward. Oh no, what are we going to do with Zion? We'll put him at small forward.
Put him at center.
We'll put him at small forward. And of course, we have Embiid. Jalen Suggs. This one hurts my soul. I'm a big Jalen Suggs enthusiast. He's out indefinitely. He's undergoing surgery, which sucks because now I get no glue guy to watch besides Jose Alvarado. But what really sucks here, Kyrie. It's a damn
moment.
Yeah. Mavericks. Let's just go through what Mavericks have been through in the past month. February 1st, Luka gets traded to the Lakers. We all thought Shams got hacked. We all thought it was April 1st because we're thinking to ourselves, what the hell just happened? Where were you when Luka got traded?
It was the night before we were going to record. I remember that. Yes. I was just sitting in bed. It was like 11 p.m. I was just sitting in bed. I was about to roll over and go to sleep.
I was playing Xbox because I was playing some Madden. I was playing my Saints Madden franchise, and I looked over my phone and I saw the notification. I'm like, oh. And I looked back again. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. What? And then the fellas group chat goes bazonk because we're thinking to ourselves, what the hell just happened? I'm saying, dude, it's gotta be fake. It's gotta be. There's no way. There's no way the Mavericks would trade a 26-year-old franchise player. Blah 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 blah. Turned out to be true. Luka didn't know what hell happened. Nico Harrison is doubled down on everything. AD plays his first game. Gets hurt, out indefinitely. Okay, you trade away Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin still has yet to play a game. And Quentin Grimes just dropped 44 on the Warriors. Man, that was rough. Now you had a starting lineup. Let me see if I name all these people. Of Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, and two scrubs and Dwight Howard. 8 people in that game against the Thunder the other day, or against the Grizzlies the other day. Now Kyrie, of course, tells ACL. So poor Mavericks. The Mavericks had probably the worst month of all sports history, and that says a lot.
Yep, I agree. I will cover these next two then. Jalen Brunson, ankle sprain. I was watching the end of that Lakers game. I saw it happen. Didn't look good. He's going to be out at least 2 weeks. LeBron also out 1 to 2 weeks with a groin strain, which this happened yesterday, I believe, against the Celtics. Later in that game.
Can you hear the train?
And then, yep.
Oh, that's crazy. Keep going. Yep. Sorry.
The outside episode, it was an idea.
It was an idea.
It was a concept.
I tried.
It was an attempt.
The bench is nice though.
I may try it on the porch or in the back porch one day, but I'd have the same issues probably.
Yeah.
Now, before we go into the main segment, their scouting combine, I put this on here. This was only on mine. Kings have signed Skal Labissiere out of the G League, man. What do y'all know about 2K16 Skal Labissiere, man?
Hey, third time's a charm. I'm telling you, they're gonna get it eventually.
All right, now we can go. It's time. Scouting combine recap. A bit outdated now. We thought we were going to record earlier. Things happen.
My fault.
Give us a break.
My fault.
I don't want to let you go first, actually. I think we should do the LinkedIn segment first. Personally.
I've been waiting for this. First one, Tez Johnson.
Yep.
Get this one out the way now. Easy. Granted. Okay, so combine won't put what game tape puts on. Tez Johnson is a good wide receiver according to game tape. But being 5'9" and be the lightest player in all NFL, running a 4.55, ay.
Great.
You might want to start on your profile for LinkedIn just in case.
He had a good 3-cone and shuttle though.
He did, and that's why I'm fine with the game tape
and broad jump. So
and so it's just a working. You might want to get your picture done, go get things ready out. Yeah, go just get things ready to go. I'll let you go next for another guy. We'll just go back and forth here.
I don't know how many you had down. I did have 2, and that was one of them. Then the other guy, I want to just, if we can put his throwing session in, that would be ideal. I don't know if we're gonna get copy written, but Will Howard, he looked bad. He looked really bad, really bad. I really do see if I want to get that the throwing segment in. If I can put that in right here. If I didn't get that throwing segment in, that was just a really awkward pause for no reason. Sorry. But you can go look it up. The listeners can for themselves. It was bad. Looked horrible. Was missing just about every throw. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was he doesn't have his trio of receivers that he has at Ohio State. Got a little bit exposed. No big deal. Looked good down the stretch. I thought he would have come off the national championship run with a hot combine. Nope. Sure didn't. And I'll let you go to your last guy.
Okay, so it's not really a big loser, but it's Cam Scatterbo. Just because he was unable to take part of the scouting combine with the NFL with his injury.
And then he gets a lawsuit. That's crazy.
Yeah. So in his absence, you got Miami's Damian Martinez, Virginia Tech's Brayshawn Tutin, and pretty much other wide receivers who really can claim that second and third round spot where Cam Scatterbo will fall. But he still has Arizona State's pro day, so I think he will be okay. That's just my big loser from the NFL Combine. But going to the winners here, I'm gonna go and point out Brayshawn Tutton. So I looked at his game tape.
He was a player of the week.
Yes,
at some point
he was. And the few games I got to watch of Virginia Tech, I really like him. And then he goes out there and run a 4.36, I think it was. I forgot to write down.
Can't remember.
But that's pretty good, pretty fast. I like him. He's a Saint. Honestly, everybody in the draft's a Saint. We'll figure it out from there. No one's going to well. We're actually going to trade for all the picks. But I'll let you go on to your winner as well, because I feel like we're gonna have one of the same winners probably.
Yeah, I have 3 for winners actually.
I have 2.
The first guy, I'll start with. I got to get some O-line love. Tate Ratledge from Georgia, center, guard, whatever you want to say.
Saint.
He had the best 3-cone of the linemen, which is 7.38. And he had a 9-foot 5-inch broad jump, which was tied with Will Campbell for the best from the O-lineman. He was tied second in his 10-yard split at 1.72. He had injuries last year for Georgia. Didn't get to really show what we saw previously in his collegiate career. But I think this was a prime example of the athleticism he's going to bring to some team as an interior lineman. I think he's going to be underrated. I think he's going to be a great pickup for somebody. Could be a Titan in the later rounds. Wouldn't mind it if he goes to guard. We need a right guard and a right tackle and we need a lot. We need a lot, man. It's bad. It's rough. I'm gonna let you go from here.
Don't need everything. My other winner is cornerback Maxwell Hairston out of Kentucky. 4.28. All right, that's pretty fast. He also ran a. He also had a 1.5 in that 10-yard split. He had a 39.5 in the vertical jump, 10.9 in the broad jump, and his on the field work was when they did the drills was had me in the when I got to rewatch it because I didn't get to watch a lot of the combine because of work. I rewatched it and I sat there. I low-key felt something down below. I felt moved.
What?
I could say. I stay on that. I stand by that. It felt good. It felt good. Even though I don't like Kentucky, it felt good. That's all I'm going to say. I'll let you move on.
Yeah, well, that's okay. All right. I had him on my winners. But I do have another guy here, Ty Felton from Maryland. He had a great combine. Especially for a guy that's 6'1", Maryland. Maybe not a lot of people know about him. He had a 4.37 40, which was 6th among wide receivers. He had a 39.5 vert, which was 4th among wide receivers. And again, the 6'1" frame, good stuff for someone that's 6'1". He had 1,100 yards last year for Maryland and 9 touchdowns, which was like 40%. I think it was like 40% of their receiving touchdowns or something last year. I don't know. Or offensive production. He was really their main guy. So I think he's going to be an underrated player for whoever ends up picking him up.
I agree. I also want to shout out, let me see if I say his name correctly. Nick Imawari at South Carolina. Says 6'3", 220. I mean, he's been talking to the combine, so that's why we didn't really put him in there. But, Gabe, I do have, so on Twitter, we've both been seeing recently, where the hell did these NBA nicknames come from? I have a few of my favorites. Can I say a few of my favorites? Jason Tatum with the Anomaly. Bam Adebayo, the Autobotopia. That's my favorite. I think it was hard. Pods. I can't even say this correctly because my speech impediment. The Pyro Theorem. I can't even say that correctly. Don't worry. Gabe's gonna have a little technical issues. So I'm just gonna say my favorite NBA nicknames from this. Just let me go ahead and pull them up real quick. Hold up. You got, what was it? Also, so Jason Tatum also get called the Green Gooner. That's funny as hell. I saw that. I'm like, all right, what the hell is going on here? Is it Evan Mobley's the? Hold up, I'm trying. Okay, I know,
bro. I got all of them right here on Twitter.
Okay.
There's so many,
dude. Send me that list because I forgot a lot of them. Send me that list. Dude, I downloaded TikTok back the other day because I had to do it for a school project, and I just see like, oh my gosh, it just gets worse and worse like the more it goes. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, here's some of my favorites. Okay, the Paradox, Cade Cunningham, dude, that was so funny. Santi Aldama being the trolley problem. I don't even know.
That's my favorite.
That doesn't make sense, but it's so funny. The
ad hominem fallacy for Jalen Green.
The great.
What is that even? I don't even know what that is.
Great Bayer thief. Dyson. That one's good. That's hard. That one's
actually good.
That goes hard. This singularity, Cam Johnson, because he only likes ISO, dude.
Feasibility, Haywood Highsmith.
The quantum entanglement, Isaiah Collier. Oh, this is
so stupid.
A solid one. The paranormal activity, Rod Gillingham, and then the Enigma. But yeah, it's just I don't know what the hell's going on.
I have no idea. NBA Twitter, man,
dude, it's a place to be. I enjoy it through and through. But we're gonna move on to our actual segments here. To our really fun segments is we're gonna go to the little draft board. Go to the Benchwarmers draft board. It's been a minute. Sorry for that, guys. I know y'all been missing us.
We're gonna do a big one, I think, with like all the position groups that we do. When's the draft? I guess we got to get through all the positions first. That's the more important thing.
We'll figure that out.
End of April. We got time.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go ahead and start off with my 5. Number 1, of course, is Will Campbell. Number 2 is Kelvin Banks. Number 3 is Josh Simmons. Number 4 is Armand Mimbo of Missouri. And then some FCS love. Number 5, Gray Zabel of North Dakota State.
Yeah, so we have the exact same 5, but a little bit different in the middle. The first 2 are the same. I do have Armand Mimbo. I think he's actually pretty close to Kelvin Banks.
Legendary name.
I think he had a really good combine. So I think those are actually pretty close. But I have him at 3. Then I would have Josh Simmons at 4 and Gray Zabel at 5.
Some FCS love. It's nice to show some FCS love.
He's versatile.
Going to an FCS school, you gotta show some love around here. But Gabe, it's time to play a game. We both play the game.
You want to do yours first?
I will gladly do mine first.
Okay.
So I say I hate this dude sometimes, but man, I look back at this guy's career when he played. It's a Pelicans player. I'm gonna start off by that now. It's obvious.
Only Pelicans?
No. He played a little bit for the Pelicans. But there's 1 year specific that
Etwan Moore.
At least we get through it. Gosh.
Is that Etwan Moore?
You're about to find out. Hold up. Jeez. All right, so we're going to start off here. It was Etwan Moore.
I just thought of random Pelicans. I just wanted to say it.
Which kind of sucks. I love Etwan. I love Etwan Moore.
Can you pivot?
I can pivot. You go ahead. You go ahead.
That's mine. That one's on me.
I have another Pelican in mind. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I know very little, so
let me pull the stats up real quick. Here it is. All right. Wow. I had to flip those off real quick. Hold on, give me a second. All right. So we're powered through here. All right. So another one of my personal favorite players. So on Basketball Reference, he played from 2014 to 2019. Let's get that one out the way.
Okay.
But I got that. He was drafted in 2011 draft, the first round of the 23rd pick by Houston Rockets. So it's an overseas guy who didn't play the first 3 years, and then he came to this, and he got traded from Houston to this next team in 2014, where he started playing. Of his career, He was the best, but he was best in our hearts. 12.3 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists.
Position.
Power forward. Do I want to
Overseas.
tell you the teams? Because I feel like the teams is going to give it away. We'll just do his best year. Yeah, we'll just do his best year. So his best year in my eyes came in 2017-2018. Where he averaged 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. If he played for 3 teams in the NBA, they played for 3 teams. 1 Eastern, 2 Eastern Conference, 1 Western Conference. And of course, the one Western Conference, of course, the Pelicans.
Yeah.
So if that's
okay,
kind of no-brainer.
I thought he was from the Rockets.
He didn't play. He got drafted to them, but he didn't play for them.
Okay. Rockets. Steve's traded from Rockets to Pelicans.
No, there was a team before the Pelicans. Team before the Pelicans. I'm about to tell you the teams. So this is gonna probably give it away. It goes Chicago, Pelicans, Milwaukee. This should be an easy one for me. I don't need to say much.
No.
Our dog.
Give me Nikola Mirotic.
My absolute
Bucks legend.
Pelicans legend, Bulls legend, just NBA legend. Phil legend for sure. I had so many good hits for each one more too. Because
I forgot about him.
Dang it. So kind of sad about that. All right.
You had to guess.
Time for NBA. I'm scared. NFL.
Yep.
My track records. I'm like 2-1.
You were pretty decent.
I didn't get Santana Moss at first. I almost did get Cameron Wick, but I got that last second.
Yeah. All right. We got another running back. I feel like this should be your strong suit. Running backs, no? What's your strongest?
I mean, probably quarterback, but that's kind of obvious. But outside of that, I probably offensive lineman, really. That's because I have to replicate a lot of my game with playing, but that's besides the point. All right, let's do this.
I'll do a lineman next time. Offensive. 2004 to 2015. I did older before.
We're going. Okay. So we're going back
Oregon
to
State.
Okay.
So that's pretty. Not a whole lot of guys.
Okay. That's not a lot.
Not a whole lot of guys. First round, 24 overall, in 2004. Now I'm going to tell you where. This is the team he was known for most.
Okay.
Played for 3 teams, but he played for one pretty much all of his career. And then the other 2 were at the end. This was a guy with 11,438 yards, 69 touchdowns, and 3-time Pro Bowler.
Oh, hold up. Is it Steven Jackson?
Yeah. Oh, bang!
I was trying to remember what college he went to. I'm like, wait, hold on, hear me out. No, I knew he went to an Oregon. I couldn't remember if it was Oregon or Oregon State he went to. What a bang! Oh my gosh, cool.
Steven Jackson was underrated. He just ran hard, man.
Shout out my random ball knowledge ability. I do love me some Steven Jackson. But man, what I do love, it's some blind rankings. We got 2 of them today. One is jerseys. We got jerseys from across the sports, and another one's candy, just for the fun of it.
Yep.
All right. Let me go to my notes. Let me get them ready.
Do you want to go first?
I do want to go first with my jerseys. All right.
You want a list or guessed?
I want a list.
Okay.
Okay. Gabe, are you ready?
Okay with that. Yeah.
All right. My first jersey. My pull of the century. The New Orleans / OKC Hornets Valentine's Day jersey. You can look up if needed.
Yeah.
Just because it's my pool, it's not really. I don't think it's that good of a jersey, but it's a really good pool nonetheless, and it's really iconic. And it's been one of my favorite jerseys I've been wanting to get.
Oh, the red ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. But they also
the red with the yellow and purple.
But there also could be worse jerseys in the list. It's up to you.
I'm gonna put that at 3. I think you went with the bad ones, so I think there's gonna be at least two that are worse.
Number 2, the Pirate City Connect jersey, the Pittsburgh Pirate City Connect jersey. You know what these are.
I think I do, but I have to be sure.
What you guys see, once you see them, you will know what they
are. With black pants?
Just the jerseys. The pants don't.
Okay.
Pants don't matter.
No,
that's uniform.
There is worse. It's hard to believe, but there is worse. I'm gonna go 4 though. Those are worse than the Hornets ones for sure. Absolutely.
That's fair enough. I don't know about that, but you don't want to pivot. I'll allow you to pivot real quick.
5. I'll go 5. Go 5. Okay. It's worthy of 5.
Number 3.
It's worthy of that.
Third one. The Houston Oilers jerseys.
Oh,
the baby blue one. Okay.
1. Yeah, it's got to be.
Number 4. The 2018 Atlanta Hawks jerseys.
The whole set?
Just the black ones. Black and gray ones. The home jerseys. The away jerseys. I love these jerseys, personally. These are one of my favorites.
No.
But I know Gabe don't like them. I know Gabe don't like them.
4. I'm okay with that.
So let's go to number 2 for you. So number 1 was Houston Oilers. Number 3 was the Valentine's Day jerseys. Number 4 was the Atlanta Hawks jersey. Number 5 is the Pirate City Connect jersey. So go to your number 2 is the 2017 Florida Gators football scales jerseys.
No. No. I don't have to look at those. I don't want to. Those are bad. Those are definitely 5. Those are easily 5. Those are 6. Those are the worst. Those are some of the worst ever.
Dude, those are so...
Oh, man. What were they thinking?
That goes... Oh, my... That's awful. That's an awful list.
That is a really...
You want to...
Yeah, that's a bad...
So, mine would go Houston Oilers 1, Atlanta Hawks 2, the Valentine's Day jersey 3, City Connect 4, and then, of course, the skill jersey 5.
I would switch the Hawks and Hornets.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would switch those.
That's fair. I like the Hawks jerseys. That's just me. All right. Let's do the jerseys now. I'm excited.
Now, I don't have any MLB. I have 3 NFL and 2 NBA.
That's fine.
So, the first up, 90 Seahawks, or their current throwback. With the light blue and the silver helmets.
I gotta see these for sure.
No?
2. I'm putting at 2. I like them.
Okay.
But they're not. I think that's better.
Real.
I think that's better. I think
that's real.
2's a good spot.
All right. Now, you went with those Hornets jerseys were worn like once, probably, right?
Yes. That's
how many? Okay.
Once.
I have a jersey that's only been worn once.
Gosh.
2002 gold Saints jerseys versus the Vikings.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love these jerseys so much. Dude, those jerseys. So, quick
Was
Saints.
that one?
Yes, number 1. Quick Saints fanatic. Okay.
That's crazy.
So, I grew up watching like older tape of the early 2000s awful Saints teams. Because that's all my dad had on the VHS growing up. And I remember I vividly remember watching this Vikings game, and I saw that. I'm like, I want one of those jerseys so bad because I thought they looked the coolest. And so to this day, I don't care. Any of our gold jerseys is a S tier jersey, nonetheless. So I put it at number 1, just for
bring them back.
The memory, yes, absolutely. But like,
you don't have gold, do you?
We don't anymore. I wish we do, but just bring them back, just because it has so much sentiment in my heart. I feel like that's a bad choice, but I don't know, that brought back some memories there.
The next one, 95 to 99, purple Raptors pinstripe. Yeah. You gotta go 3.
I gotta go 3. I haven't even looked at that. I'm like, I heard the pitch. I was like, damn. 3. I'll put it at 3. I'll take the beating for that one.
Next one. You're going to have to look these up probably. 05, 06 Kings Gold Alternates. You've probably seen him at some point on a bad jersey list, probably.
5. Put him at 5. Put that thing at 5.
Yeah, that's bad.
There's no way you have something worse. Okay, what's going on at number 4?
It depends.
Okay, what's going on at number 4?
Number 4, 2012 to 2016, Steelers Bumblebee.
Okay, hold on.
I think that's not as bad.
Okay,
I think the 4 is okay.
Okay, what's the years again? What was the years again?
2012 to 2016. I don't think that's that bad. I don't think they're as bad as the Kings.
I don't. If my memory stays me correct.
I mean, they're bad, but they're not like that bad as the Kings. I think
those are pretty bad, but those are not that bad. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah. So the only one I'll do is move Raptors to 1 and push everything else back. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Hey, solid list.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Time for some candy.
This next one, hope we didn't cross over.
I don't think we did. All right, Gabe. So, number 1. It's counted. It's in the candy aisle, so a payday.
3. Not a big payday guy.
Okay.
Not a big payday guy.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. All right, number 2. Some Twizzlers.
5.
Oh, wow.
I hate licorice. I hate it.
That's fair.
I hate it.
Okay. Number 3. The mini M&Ms. I'm pulling some.
Those are like a teaser for like, hey, there's something better out there that you could be having.
That's
and
true.
It's regular M&Ms.
That's true.
So it's like they're teasing you.
That's true.
But they're still good.
But they're so they're coming with the little bottles after you just pop the bottle, and then you can make that into a rocket because you can tear the top off and then start shooting at people. Little child came out at me on that one.
I guess I got to go with 2. They're better than payday.
Okay.
This is bad.
Number 4. The peanut butter M&Ms.
1.
Good choice.
I have to.
Good choice.
I think I have to. This is going to be bad.
And Gabe, to end it all off, number 5. This isn't really a candy, but it's kind of iconic with it. Just because they are found in the candy aisle, but there also is a game. You have the chance to get one of 2 things out of this jelly bean.
4. Wait, hold on. 4 is good. I'm fine with that.
You either get wedding cake or spoiled milk. It's that white one. It's the white bean palooza.
Yeah.
And which we gotten. For the viewers don't know, it's iconic. It's iconic for us to play that game.
It is. But it's so bad. So bad.
That's rough. That was a rough one. I had some pulls.
That was a bad list.
I had some pulls in there.
That was a terrible list, actually. All right. Now, this is the first one's polarizing.
Okay.
I can't remember which side you're on. I hope you're on my side, but we'll find out. This could be a deal breaker. Candy corn.
Number 1.
No.
Number 1.
No.
Actually, number 2. I gotta put it at number 2. Dude, candy corn's so good. I'll put out everything I know.
No.
I'll put out everything I know.
No.
Everything I know.
Oh, no. This might be it, man.
I think
that's it.
I stand by my take. I stand on that take to the day I die. Candy corn's one of the best candies out there. Yes.
You said number 2?
Yes, number 2. Because I feel like there's going to be something better in my eyes.
Well, yeah, I'd say. Nerds gummy clusters.
Number 1.
You got to know. Yeah, okay. That's based. That's so based.
Number 1. Dude, those and a white monster the way to class. Oh my gosh. Nothing like it. So good. Nothing like it.
It's so unhealthy, but it's okay.
Absolutely.
All right, third one. I think I know where you stand. Dots.
5.
Yeah. They're like horrible.
Fucking hate.
They're not. You shouldn't eat them.
Freaking.
Like, I don't
my
understand.
dad loves dots. I don't understand. My dad loves them.
What is wrong with?
Can't do it. Can't do it.
They're so bad. They're awful. Number 4 here.
We're number 3.
What do you have open?
Oh, we're number 4. Okay. Yeah. 3 and 4.
Okay.
So the 4th one here.
Swedish fish.
Let me think here. I gotta think because this is a really weird spot I'm in.
This is.
It's not better than candy corn, but it could be something.
What?
I stand by that, but it could be. I'll put it 3. I'm comfortable with that. Okay. What's number 4? Okay. What am I putting on number 4?
All right, last tropical starburst.
I don't like them. Mid. Overrated.
What?
Overrated. I'll put that on everything.
We've discovered a few things here today. I don't know where we go from here.
I'm an original Starburst type of guy, and I will put everything on that and keep it like that. I would not eat any other Starburst.
Favoreds or whatever?
Well, yeah, eat that, but
those are fine.
That's because you have all the fine. That's because
Tropical's so good.
Original's so much better, and it stays by that. And it's just so good. Like, there's nothing better. We discovered some things. We discovered a few things, folks.
We're gonna have to talk.
My lists are better. His list. Well, candy corn. Candy corn is a top 10 candy. I want to keep that known for everybody.
You're losing the viewers.
For everybody who's watching this.
I know most people do not like those, bro.
Don't care. It is not a seasonal candy. It is a top. Hell, it might be a top 5 candy. My eyes. Like, if I'm stopping at the gas station and I see some candy corn, dude, I am going up to that bag of candy corn and eating some on the way out. The only thing better than, I think, candy corn is Paydays. Oh, you're about Almond Joys? Dude, I love Almond Joys. They're so good. I should have put that on my list. I forgot about that. Dude, I freaking love Almond Joys.
What about Mounds? You like Mounds?
Dude, love me a Mounds bar. Dude, Mounds bars are so good. Actually, no, I like Mounds bars over Almond Joys. And then the gummy clusters, dude. Those are my top 3 in any order. Doesn't matter. But candy corn.
What about you got a Haribo on there somewhere?
They're up there. Yeah, they're top 10.
Trolley. What about Trolley?
I haven't had Trolley in a while. I'm not a big gummy person. I'll eat gummy bears and I'll eat the jelly beans, but that's really about it. I'm not a big gummy worm type. I'm not a big sour guy. So, like, the sour gummy worms, don't really care for. But
they're not that sour, though.
They're not, but I don't really care for them. All right. But thank y'all for watching. We learned a few things about today, folks. I think Gabe is never going to record with me ever again. So if you see, I think it's done. If you see just Gabe next week, next episode, then you know what happened to me.
We just do separate episodes,
probably
of each other,
probably. And so, but yeah, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for listening. Go watch the sports today. As I'm about to go take me the fattest nap of my life.
Bucks Cavs tonight on ESPN.
I have a meeting.
We're gonna get cooked,
dude. Y'all are absolutely railed.
It's gonna be bad.
But yeah, y'all have a great day. Keep going the semester strong. It's almost spring break. At least for other people, not for me. I still got a whole another month.
Southern Miss is stupid. We just had our spring break. Yeah, they combined Mardi Gras and spring break for some reason. I don't know. It was weird.
I hate these air conditionings. We're never no more outside episodes. There's no outside episode. And yeah. Have a good day.
Space them out though. Space them out.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this. Yeah. Enjoy y'all's school. Keep doing good in school, and don't get cooked in media law like Gabe. Later.